Hello everyone. So before solving the remaining questions of exercise 8.2, we need to know about a theorem which is the converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, according to this theorem, if a line draw through the midpoint of one side of a triangle and if it is parallel to the another side, then it will bisect the third side in its midpoint. Okay, so let us do by an example or by proving. We have a triangle, okay, ABC. If a line drawn through the midpoint of one side, so let this M is the midpoint, okay, of AB, and if a line passing through this midpoint parallel to one side, so let me draw a line which is parallel to BC. Okay, so this is the line L and we can say that L is parallel to BC. Okay, then it bisect the third side, means it is the midpoint of AC. This is what we have to prove. So to prove will be, this will be N. Okay, so what we have to prove is that AN is equals to CN. This is what we are going to prove here, because the theorem says that if a line drawn through a midpoint of any side of a triangle and it's parallel to another side. Okay, so here is the line drawn through M, which is the midpoint of AB, and also this line is parallel to BC, then it will bisect the third side. So AC will get bisected at point N. Okay, so let us prove this. For that we need to do a construction like we have done in midpoint theorem. Okay, so construction, what will be the construction? We will extend MN to point D, ABC and D. Okay, then join CD parallel to AB. Okay, so we will draw a line from here which will be parallel to AB and it gets bisected the parallel line at point D. Okay, so this is our figure. Okay, so remember we have proved in midpoint theorem that it is a parallelogram BCDM. Okay, how it is a parallelogram? Look, this is parallel line to BC. Okay, so if this is a parallelogram, we can say that CD is equals to BM. Okay, CD is equals to BM. Let me write CD is equals to BM. Okay, reason will be BCDM is a parallelogram. Okay, in which we have drawn that both pair of opposite sides are parallel. Both pair of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, so BCDM is a parallelogram. Then we can take BCD is equals to BM, but BM is equals to AM. So from here we can say that CD is equals to AM. Now we have one side AM is equals to CD. So we will take these two triangles. So look, in triangle AMN and triangle CDN. Okay, so in these two triangles this angle is equals to this one by vertically opposite angles. So angle ANM is equals to angle CND, vertically opposite angles. Okay, now one thing we have proved that CD is equals to AM. Okay, already proved. And look, this angle is going to be equals to this one. Reason will be AB is parallel to C. Name any point here as E. So AB is parallel to CE. Okay, and AC is transversal. So we can say that angle MAN is equals to angle DCN. Okay, alternate interior angles. Reason, AB is parallel to CE and AC is transversal. Okay, so we can say that by angle side these two triangles are congruent. AMN is congruent to triangle CDN by angle side congruency rule. Okay, so if these two triangles are congruent, we can say that AN is equals to CN, है ना. So therefore we can say that N is midpoint of AC. Okay, means whenever a line drawn through a midpoint of any side and it is parallel to another side, okay, it gets bisected the third side. Okay, now let us solve the questions related to this theorem. That is question number 4th. So in this question we have given a trapezium ABCD in which AB is parallel to CD. These two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, E is the midpoint of AD, so this is the midpoint of AD. A line drawn through E is parallel to AB. Look, this line is parallel to AB, but AB is already parallel to CD, so we can say that all these three lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so we have to show that F is the midpoint of BC. So let us solve this question. So let us prove this question. Look, we have AB is parallel to CD. Okay, but AB is also parallel to EF. Therefore we can say that CD is also parallel to EF. Okay, so now suppose this BD intersect EF at point, suppose this point is L, so point L. Okay, now we have learnt about the converse of midpoint theorem, that if a line is parallel to one side and it passes through the midpoint, then it will bisect the third side. Okay, so we will apply that theorem here. So in triangle ADB, so E is the midpoint of AD, so we can say that by converse of midpoint theorem, okay, L is midpoint of BD. Okay, so this is the midpoint of BD. Now why? Because EL is parallel to AB. Reason. Okay, now look, we have got that it is a midpoint. Then now EF is also parallel to CD. EF is parallel to CD and L is midpoint of BD. So if two lines are parallel to each other in a triangle and it passes through the midpoint of one side, then it will bisect the third side. This we have learned by converse of midpoint theorem. We can say that in triangle BDC, BD and C, this is the midpoint L, so F will going to be the midpoint of, F is the midpoint of which side? BC. Therefore we can say that CF is equals to BF. Okay, and this is what we have to prove. Now let's move to next question. So this is the question number 5th, in which we have given that ABCD is a parallelogram and E and F are the midpoints of side AB and CD. Okay, we have to show that this AF and CE trisect the diagonal BD. Okay, so look at the three sections here. D2P is one section, P2Q is second section and Q2B is third section. So we have to prove that all these sections are equal. Okay, so let us solve this question. So first of all, what is given here? That ABCD is a parallelogram. So let us prove this. We have ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, therefore we can take AB is equals to CD. Also AB is parallel to CD. Okay, because ABCD is a parallelogram. Now look here, F is the midpoint of, F is midpoint of CD. So we can say that, look, CF is equals to DF. Okay, also E is midpoint of AB. So we can say that AE is equals to EB, but we know that, look, okay, but we know that AB is equals to CD, so their half will also be equal. We can say that half of AB will equals to half of CD. Okay, so here we will write this is also equals to half of CD. Okay, and it is also equals to half of AB. Okay, so look, now from here half of AB can be written as either AE or EB. So we will write here AB, AE. So from here we will have AE is equals to, and half of CD can be written as CF or DF. So we will write here CF, and we have AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so look, if AB is parallel to CD, then their parts will also be parallel to each other. So in parallelogram or in quadrilateral AECF, we can say that these two sides are equal and parallel. Therefore AECF is a parallelogram. Okay, so if pair of sides of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then we can say that AECF is a parallelogram. Okay, so now one thing we have got that AECF is a parallelogram. Okay, so we can take AF is equals to CF also, and AF is parallel to CE also. Okay, so now look, what we need these 4 points in our triangles. Okay, because we are proving midpoint theorem of a triangle. So first of all we will take triangle AP and B. By this, look, this line is parallel to third side. Okay, and E is the midpoint, so we can say that it is the midpoint by converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, so let us solve this. So in triangle APB, so in triangle APB, E is the midpoint of AB, and EQ is parallel to AP. Okay, why these two are parallel? Because AECF is a parallelogram. Now we can write here by converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that Q is midpoint of PB. Okay, therefore, or that is PQ is equals to QB. Okay, so consider this as our first equation. Now look here, we have another midpoint, that is F. So we will take triangle DQ and C. So in triangle DQ and C, F is midpoint of CD. Also we have a parallel line which is PF is parallel to QC. So we can write here PF is parallel to QC. So now by converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that P is midpoint of DQ. Okay, that is DP is equals to PQ. So this is our second equation, and from first and second, look, from second we have DP is equals to PQ, but from first PQ is also equals to QB, so it is equals to QB. Okay, so therefore we will write here, therefore segments, line segments AF and CE trisect the diagonal. Okay, trisect the diagonal BD. Okay, so let us solve next question. So here is question number 6. In this question it is said that the line segment joining the midpoints of the opposite sides of quadrilateral bisect each other. So what we need to prove is ABCD is a quadrilateral. Okay, and PQRS are the midpoints of sides. Okay, so here we if the line joining the midpoints of opposite side means AB is opposite to CD, and the midpoint of AB is P and CD is R. So we need to prove that PQ and PR and QS bisect each other. It means that OP is equals to OR and OQ is equals to OS. This we have to prove. So let us prove this. For that we need to join some lines which will be join RS, PS, PQ and QR. Okay, so we will join these lines. So we will have a quadrilateral here. Okay, now we will join one of the diagonal. So look, we have two midpoints, so we will use midpoint theorem. Okay, so for that we need a triangle. So first of all we will take in triangle A, D and C. Okay, so R and S are midpoints of R is midpoint of CD and AD. So if these two are midpoints, then by midpoint theorem we can say that SR is parallel to AC. Also SR is half of AC. Okay, so now another triangle will be in triangle ABC. So in triangle ABC we have P and Q are midpoints. P and Q are midpoints of AB and BC. Okay, so by midpoint theorem we can say that this PQ is going to be parallel with AC. Also PQ is equals to half of AC. So now both of these are equals to half of AC. We can say that these two are equal to each other. So therefore we can say that PQ is parallel to RS. Also PQ is equals to RS. Okay, so now look, this PQ is parallel to RS. These two sides are parallel and equal also. So if a pair of sides of a quadrilateral is parallel and equal both, okay, so hence that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, so we will write here. So in quadrilateral PQRS, PQ is equals to RS and PQ is parallel to RS. Therefore PQRS is a parallelogram. You need to write a statement also that if one pair of side of a quadrilateral is equal and parallel, then it is a parallelogram. After that you will write therefore PQRS is a parallelogram, and we know that diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, so therefore their diagonals bisect each other, that is OP is equals to OR and OQ is equals to OS. Okay, I hope you all got this. Now let us solve the last question of this exercise. In this question we have given a right angled triangle which is right angled at C. So a line through midpoint of M of hypotenuse AB. Let us draw the figure first by the given details. So look, we have a right angle triangle. So first of all we will draw a right angle triangle. So one of its angle will be 90 degree and it is right angled at C. So this will be C. So anti-clockwise it will be A, B and C. A, B and C. Okay, so a line through the midpoint M of hypotenuse AB. Look, the side opposite to 90 degrees hypotenuse, that is AB, and its midpoint is M. Okay, and parallel to BC, intersect AC at D. So AC at D, and this line is parallel to BC. So we can use a converse of midpoint theorem here, because this is the midpoint and the line is parallel with another side. So it will bisect the third side, means D is the midpoint of AC. Okay, this we will write. So now what we have to prove here, so first D is midpoint of AC. Second thing we have to prove that MD is perpendicular on AC. And third we have to prove CM is equals to MA is equals to half of AB. So these are the things that we have to prove. So let us prove this. So first of all we will write in triangle ABC. Look, we know that MD is parallel to BC and M is midpoint of AB. Okay, M is midpoint of AB. So now we will use here by converse of midpoint theorem, MPT. Okay, so by converse of midpoint theorem we can say that D is midpoint of AC. Okay, so one thing we have proved that it is the midpoint of AC. So first thing we have proved. Now for second thing we have to prove MD is perpendicular on AC. Okay, means its angle is 90 degree. So for that look, these two lines are parallel to each other and take AC as transversal. Okay, look, these two lines are parallel to each other. If we take this AC as transversal, then the sum of their co-interior angles will be 180 degree. Okay, so here the sum of angle MDC and BCD will be 180 degree. So look, if BC is parallel to MD and AC is transversal, okay, so we can say that angle BCD plus angle MDC is equals to 180 degree, co-interior angles. But it is given in question that the right angle triangle is right angled at C, means this is 90 degree. So plus MDC is equals to 180 degree, and from here we will get the value of MDC as 90 degree. Okay, so it is equals to 90 degree. Therefore we can say that this MD is perpendicular to AC. Okay, so second thing also we have proved. Now for third we have to prove CM is equal. So first of all we have to join CM. So for third we will join CM. So let us join this line. Look, this angle and this angles are equal. Okay, this we have to prove. So we will take these two triangles, that is MDC and MDA. Okay, so in triangle MDC and triangle MDA. So look, in both these triangles MD is equals to MD. This is the common side. We have proved that it is equals to 90 degree, then angle MDC is equals to angle MDA is equals to 90 degree. Okay, and we know that D is the midpoint of AC. So we can say that this CD is equals to AD. So we will write here CD is equals to AD. C to D and A to D. Okay, so CD is equals to AD because D is midpoint of AC. So by side and one angle. So look, this is the angle side and side. So SAS. So by triangle MDC is congruent to triangle MDA by side angle side congruency rule. Now if these two triangles are congruent, then we can say that CM C to M AM is equals to AM. Okay, but we know that M is the midpoint of AB. M is the midpoint of AB. So we can write AM is equals to BM, and it is also equals to half of AB. So in place of AM we can write half of AB. So therefore CM is equals to AM, but AM is equals to half of AB. So this is also proved. I hope you all understand the concept of midpoint theorem and converse of midpoint theorem, how to apply it in question. Okay, thank you.